fire signs, and welcome to my spiritual sanctuary. My name is Sandra, and today is the launch of my soul element reading. So welcome. I'm so glad you could join me today. And this week I'll be just giving you a general reading for all the elements and the elements and the Chinese animal signs. So you can kind of have an idea of what your week is going to be like, what you need to look for, how to maneuver through, so you can be in the flow and not in resistance. And just a lot of interesting information and reading the cards too at the end. We'll do a little bit about the cards for each day of the week. Now, today is the 2nd, and I had some technical difficulties yesterday on the 1st. So I'm going to backtrack and start from the 1st to the 7th this week. And so this will be a weekly report for each element and the associated animal sign. And it'll help you to just maneuver through. And then these readings are pretty general. I'm just going to kind of give you an energy reading of what the week looks like on an energetic basis, and maybe delve a little bit deeper into what may be happening. However, if you would like a private reading with me, I do 1-hour readings. I can do those through Skype, or I can do it over a phone line. And then, of course, we can get more in depth, and it becomes more personal. And of course, on one-on-one, it's just so much more powerful. So if you would like a reading with me, please find the link below. I am running a special right now until the 31st of October, so check that out. You can also go to my website at www.myspiritualsanctuary.com, opt in with your name and email address. I'll be alerted immediately, and I'll get right back with you, and we'll get you all set up for your appointment. Now, also you can email me at myspiritualsanctuaryinfo@gmail.com. Okay, now you may find that this reading really resonates with you, or you may find that it's not at all resonating with you. So it just depends on what message that you need to hear. If you don't resonate this week, please check back next week. It may be something that is coming up that's more in line with you. Again, these are general readings, so they're really not intended to be for everyone, but just to give you an overall energy barometer for the week, okay? So this particular element that I'm going to start with today is the fire sign. Okay, so as you can see, I'm in red, and so that's the color for fire. Okay, so I've got my red on and ready to go for a reading with the fire signs. And I'm a fire sign myself, so I can tell you that I'm very excited to share this information with you today. So if you're a fire sign, then you fall under the Chinese animal of the horse and the snake. Okay, and to find out what your Chinese animal is, if you don't know, you can always just Google it by the year of your birth, and it will tell you, according to your year of birth, what your animal sign is for the year, okay? Now, for the fire signs, I'm just going to kind of give you a brief description of this. These are based on your Chinese animal for the year. Okay. However, you do have an element and an animal for your month, for your day, and the time you were born. So if I was to do a personal reading for you, I would do all of that analysis. Plus, we add in the annual year, the element, and the animal for the year, and then what luck pillar, 10-year luck cycle are you in. So we do look at a lot more in depth, but I'm just going to be real general today. So if you're a fire sign, you are a horse or a snake. And so what that means is that you're full of fire. Okay, so there's 2 elements to fire in a birth chart. We have the yang fire and we have the yin fire. And so when we look at, exactly what you are in your birth chart, The yin fire would be more like, for instance, a candle burning. It's just a light flame, flickering flame. It's very light. There's a lot of activity, and it can do a lot of damage. It can burn. However, it just flickers. Okay, so we call it a yin, a receptive fire. Okay, and then if you are a yang fire, then that would be like the sun. It's like the greatest strength of fire known to man. Okay, so you just think of the biggest bonfire you've ever seen, or the sun, is powerful. It stands out. Okay, and that is what a fire element person does. They stand out. They do YouTube channels. Okay, because they love to perform. They love to be out in front of people talking. They love activity. I mean, when you think of a candle flickering back and forth, it's constantly moving, okay? So you're here, you're there, you're here, you're there, you're doing, you're going, you're moving, you're doing, okay? So we call that's a fire activity, okay? So if you're a horse or a snake, then we know already that you like to move. So that tells us a lot about you, okay? Now, what we're looking at is what is the annual influences on your fire element, okay? So the annual influence that we have for 2019, we are now in the year of the Yin Earth Pig, okay? Now, the pig is a combination of water and wood, and we have earth, okay? So we look and we see how does that influence the fire element in itself. And we look at that on an annual basis. How is this going to affect you as you're moving through the year and each month, each day, and each hour? Now, also, we look at the month. We are in the month of the Yang Wood Dog. We went into this month on the new moon in Libra on the 28th of September. So that was just last week. So we just went into a new month, and that would be 30 days, and they coincide with the new moons. So every time we have a new moon, we go into a new energy for that particular 30 days, just like we do with the Western astrology planetary aspects, okay? They all work together. So we're moving into, we've moved into the Yang Wood Dog. We're in the Yin Earth Pig year, and we have a fire sign, okay? So what does that all mean? Okay, well then we have one more piece we need to add in, the daily element. Okay, so today we are a Yang Water Monkey Day, and that is on the 2nd of October. Now, water monkey, okay, so we have water and fire. Already we know what happens when water goes on fire. It puts it out or it creates steam. So on the 2nd of October, today, fire signs may have found that they became angry or upset, or if they were put out, let's say, water puts out fire, they would be tired, exhausted. They would want to spend more time and rest and relaxation on a day like today. Okay, so the water puts out the fire, and the monkey influence is a metal influence. So that is really the fire and the metal together. Fire burns metal. So that in itself, when we have a metal day and we have a water monkey day, it's definitely going to be a day that you're going to feel more like just relaxing. You're going to be a little bit on edge. Emotions are running high. Not a really great day to schedule a YouTube channel performance, okay? But, we got to do what we got to do. We got to go to work. And so what do? We wear red. We wear the color of our element to strengthen ourselves. I wear red earrings, okay? I do as much, let's say, active prayer as possible on a day, active meditation, but things that are sedentary. Okay, so that's what we have for October 2nd. Let me back up one and go to yesterday was October 1st, the Yin Metal Sheep Day. Okay, so I won't go into yesterday because it was yesterday. Okay, so let's move forward. October 3rd, we're moving into the Yin Water Rooster. Again, another water day, and the rooster represents the also the metal. So a very similar day to today for people. You know, rest, relaxation, watch your temper, watch. You know, if you're a fire sign, be careful. You don't get upset. You know. If you're driving, be careful on a day like today because you're not going to be at your optimum, okay? So we want to make sure that you're getting your rest on a day like today and not really, you know, doing too much to overdo it, let's just say, because you're going to be performing against the flow, and you don't want that. You want to go with the flow. So you want to operate in the energy of the day. Okay, now on October 4th, we're looking at the Yang Wood Dog, okay? And the Yang Wood Dog is wood and earth, okay? So what does that mean for a fire sign? Okay, this is going to be a great day on the 4th for you guys. Let me just say the wood element with a fire, wood feeds fire. So that means that you may have people coming into your life to help you, more resources available. You may take up an educational class on that day because wood element is education. It's resources. It's people coming in to help you. It's pioneering new things. So you may start a new project on a wood day. And then the earth is the outlet of the fire, okay? So fire, when it burns, it turns into earth. So that is a great day on the 4th for you, fire signs. Great day for us, because what's going to be happening on that day is you're going to feel in your power on that day, because you're going to have your resources feeding your fire, whatever that may be, helpful people coming in to help you, resources showing up that you didn't expect, people showing up you don't expect, education coming in, information through the internet that you didn't expect, and then your fire is going to create an outlet for it, and you have the energy for that. And the earth element is your outlet, so you'll be creating, okay? And you have all of the energy in place to be successful with it. So if you're going to be doing anything important this week, I would say, fire sign, you want to do it on the 4th or the 5th, the 6th, and the 7th all look like good days. The 6th, I'll tell you why in just a few minutes, but definitely the 4th, 5th, and 7th are really great days this week for anything important that you need to do. That's even as far as your health. If you have doctor appointments scheduled, surgeries, you're going in for any type of a test, you have to take a test or anything like that. We're looking this week, fire signs, the 4th of October, the 5th of October, and the 7th of October are your days to shine, okay? So those are your good days this week. Now, let me just say, on the 5th, you have the Yin Wood Pig. Again, lots of wood, little tiny bit of water in that pig element. So a good day, good optimum day for creating, all right? October 5th, Yang Fire Rat. Now on, I'm sorry, on the 6th, October 6th. Just one thing I want to add about the Yang Fire Rat. I better put my glasses on. I can't see. On the 6th, we have the Yang Fire Rat. Now, fire and rat. The rat is water, so we have a fire water day, and it's yang. It's huge. So, like I said, when you have water and fire together, that creates steam, agitation, arguments. You know, all kinds of things that will be emotionally turbulent. So what you want to do on that day is lay low, okay? Don't take any risks on that day, on the 6th of October, fire signs, okay? Don't sign any contracts on that day, okay? And just keep it on the low, okay, if you can, you know, because it's just a propensity because the energy is going to be, you know, not in its balance. Okay, let's just say. Now, then on October 7th, we have the yin, fire, ox. And again, the ox is earth. We have fire and earth. So another day of fire and your outlet, earth. So great day for creating, and you have an outlet. You have the earth element to shed your magic on the world, okay, so to speak. So fire sign, that is a little bit about what your week is about as far as the astrology, the Chinese astrology and the elements, your soul element being the fire sign. Now what I would like to do is let me pull an oracle card for you for each day of the week and see what we have. And what I'm going to do is these, I love these. These are messages from the angels, and it's the Doreen Virtue deck. And I just love the messages that come from this deck. And so I'm going to just pull a message. And I've already shuffled the cards really, really good. I always do that before I go on camera. And I'm going to just pull a card for each day. And then we'll kind of discuss when I look at the energy and what the message is, what we need to know, what it's telling us, okay? All right, so this is going to be for the first. All right, the second. The third. Fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh. Okay. All right. So the first, we have Celeste. A happy move to a new home or place of employment is in the works. This movement will usher in positive new energy, fire sign. So if you've been planning a move, it looks like this week that you'll be getting the information that you need for that move. You know, you may get approved for that new home, get that loan, or find out that you need to move for some reason, maybe a relocation, you got a new job someplace, something like that's going to happen. That's with Celeste. Okay. I'll put that card up there so you can take a look at it. So a happy move is in the works for you, fire sign. All right, and then next we have Vanessa. To make your decision, ask yourself, which way brings me closer to my divine purpose and which way takes me away from it? Okay, well this card, Vanessa, this is Vanessa. Okay, so that is a question that you need to ask yourself if you're working maybe at a position that you don't like, or you're thinking of changing jobs, or you're thinking about, you know, starting a new career, or you've been getting that nudge to really, you know, step outside and do something different. You want to create, you know, a business from your hobby, work from home type of situation. This is telling me that this week was a good time for you to put those plans in action, okay? Especially when we're talking about on the days of the 4th, the 5th, and the 7th. Those days are very profound, so you might find that your projects will just take off on those days, okay? Because they're going to be supported by the elements, okay? All right, and so the next card we have is Serena. I am the angel of abundance. You will receive the money that you need, and God is in charge of how that will happen. Have faith. Ooh, okay, wonderful. So maybe you'll get a check in the mail, or maybe somebody will pay you something that's owed to you, or some unexpected money will show up for you. And this card is on the 3rd of October. So fire sign, look for the signs that you have money coming forward to you. Could be from this new project that you're starting. what brings you closer to do your divine purpose, and you may need to move to do that, okay? So, and that may just mean getting that fire element inside of you going. Start burning it, okay? All right, so next card we have is Archangel Uriel, and this one is for the 4th of October. All right, and this is your emotions are healing, which enables you to open to greater love. I will help you release anger and unforgiveness from your heart and your mind. Wonderful, because that may be, that you were, your emotions were running high. And as I said, it's going to help you to release the anger from those days that we had the fire-water clashes, okay? Because those agitating, and this is in our constitution. This is what our makeup is made of. So we're not conscious of this happening. And so when we bring it to our conscious mind, then we can make those changes. Because we know that on this day, there may be, an opportunity to have an upset because the energies aren't flowing for you in the most positive manner. So unforgiveness from your heart and mind. Release anger and unforgiveness. Okay, so what I would suggest is in one of my prior videos, I did a prayer on forgiveness, and I believe it was 2 weeks ago on a Friday, my Feng Shui Friday. So if you need to do any type of forgiveness work, I would suggest looking at my video that I did 2 weeks ago on Friday. And get that prayer that I did. And there's also a prayer for gratitude after you go through the prayer for forgiveness, because that'll help you a lot, and I'm sure it will help you tremendously. So, okay, moving right along, let's see. That's the 4th. So on the 5th, we have Adriana. I am leading you toward the answer to your prayers. Please listen to and follow the steps I am communicating through your intuition, thoughts, and dreams. Okay. And there we go. That's Adriana. Oh, and I don't know if I showed you Archangel Uriel. Let me pull that card up. I'm sorry. There you go. There's both of them. The day before, the healing card. Okay, so Adriana, I'm leading you toward the answer to your prayers. Please listen to and follow the steps I'm communicating through your intuition. Okay, this is on the 5th, okay, and that's also one of those really strong days. So what that tells me is that, you're going to be getting divine guidance through your intuition, your thoughts, and your dreams. So make sure you're doing your meditations on that day. On the 5th, okay? When you wake up in the morning for 15 minutes, even 10 or 15 minutes, with a journal next to you, get up, start to meditate. Just if you've never meditated before, and just sit there and you do your breath work, you breathe in through your nose, out through your mouth. And just go down into the void. And you may have thoughts come up, but just know that's okay. Let them pass and let them flow, okay? And eventually you'll sink lower and lower into the place you need to be, okay? Now, meditation and prayer is really important on that day, and I believe because this is such a powerful day for fire signs with all the wood element on that day, that wood, you're going to be getting a lot of information by people coming into your life, the resources. You'll be learning some new information on that day that's actually going to catapult you forward for the entire month of October. That's what I'm getting, okay? So follow that guidance. Make sure you're doing your meditation and journaling, okay, on that day. All right, and see. So on the 6th, we have... Okay, this makes so much sense. We have Teresa. Time out. You've been so busy taking care of everyone else's needs, but now it's time to stop and take care of yourself. Okay, so that's the day that I said on the 6th. The energy isn't so great for fire signs, okay? We have a water-fire clash. Right here, the card is telling you take a time out. Take a time out on that day because you'll need it. You'll need to rest and relax and don't upset, don't take any risks. Don't go crazy driving your car, don't speed or anything like that. Just be careful, take some time for yourself, rest, go low, do some writing, and the next day will be much better, okay? Because then we're looking at on the 7th, we have Yvonne. You have a special bond with animals. Your pets on earth and in heaven are watched over by angels. So are you bonding with a pet on the 7th? Your cat or your dog or something having to do with a pet on that day. So just enjoy your animals. They're a part of your family, and listen to what they're telling you. Sometimes they give us a lot of information by their mannerisms. Okay? So it looks like it's going to be a wonderful week. Wonderful, wonderful week. Yeah, and at the bottom of the deck, we have Azaya. Okay, that's the overall energy. Let me take the card out. That's the overall energy for the entire week, Isaiah. It's a good time to give birth to new ideas and situations in your life. I am watching over you, guiding you, and protecting you during these changes. Yes, lots of changes coming up this week. New ideas are coming into fruition for you. A move may be in the works for you. Looks like a happy move. Place of employment, maybe you're getting a new job, but you're definitely going to be making some real changes this week, it looks like. So get ready, fire sign. That action step is coming up. So it looks like a lot of things are changing in your world this week, and I'm very excited for you. For me, I'm a fire sign too, and I know I'm going through a lot of the same thing, a lot of changes, and starting this channel, doing the readings. So yeah, new beginnings. It's a great time. Now, again, I'm going to be doing the element readings. I'll be doing earth, water, metal, and wood after this fire sign reading. So if you don't resonate with this, let me know. Drop me an email, myspiritualsanctuaryinfo@gmail.com, because maybe you would resonate with another animal sign that is more in alignment with your month, day, or the time you were born. And if you know what those are, then you'll be able to look at those readings that are that particular element or animal sign, and you'll get a more concrete message for you, overall, like we would if we did your natal chart, okay? So that's all I have for you fire signs this week, but it sounds like it's going to be just amazing. I'm so excited for all the new beginnings and moving and all of those, all those new things that are coming up for you in your life, okay? So I'm going to thank you so much for your time today. I hope this was insightful for you, and I will look forward to seeing you next week when we do it again. Have a wonderful, exciting week, my friends. Until next week, namaste. Stay in the love and the light. See you then.